everybody. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great time jamming out to the songs we've already taken a look at and maybe even practice the open chords a little bit. Today we have a fun little lesson where we're going to see how to change those open chords that we took a look at in our previous lesson and turn them into songs that we know, and we'll see how to play them a couple of different ways as well. First up, a quick recap of the chords. We need 4 chords for this lesson. We have a G, which we strum all the strings, D chord, 4 strings, right? E minor, all the strings, and C, not going to play that, okay? That's the first step in sounding good. Now, to make chords into songs, we have to apply a rhythm to them. On the guitar, our right hand is in charge of rhythm duties, and we have essentially just 2 things. We need a downstroke and an upstroke, okay? So downstroke is when your hand travels from the low E string down towards the floor, so it's called a downstroke. Upstroke is the opposite of that, so you're traveling up like that. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to play G, D, E minor, C. So if we have 4 beats, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Probably already know where this is going. So the first song we're going to take a look at is Demons by Imagine Dragons, and it's a really simple song, but it's a lot of fun to play. So here's what happens. We have a G, followed by a D, then an E minor, and a C. The very first thing we're going to do is just put downstrokes, okay? So every time 1 comes around, we're going to play a new chord. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now play each beat. Chorus, here's a fast strumming pattern where you really have to focus on your downstrokes, and we're going to play 8 downstrokes per bar. Okay, so how we're going to count this? We're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it'll become 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Another very popular song that uses the same chords is I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. This is a fun little song to play. What we need to do is we're going to play each beat of the same chord progression. So it becomes... So that's 4 downstroke per chord, and we shift to a new chord. Alright? Now you could also add a slightly different strumming pattern. Now this of course is 1 level up, so make sure you know how to play the first version before you attempt this. And what we're going to play with this is down, down, up, up, down, up. Okay? So this is how it goes. Alright, did you get that? Down, down, up, up, down, up. And you see my hand is just constantly going up and down. It's not jerky or anything. It's just smooth down, up motions. Now, we're going to play that pattern 2 times per chord for it to sound like the song. And if you do that, it'll be this. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Right? So I really hope you try these two songs out with this chord progression. Just try and work with these different strumming patterns that we're applying with our right hand. Of course, your left hand needs to be moving smoothly and in time. Remember, always the first beat. Okay? And also, try not to play the strings you're not supposed to play. That's very, very important if you want a nice, clean sound. Now, the next song that we're going to take a look at today is another classic song. It's a song called Sweet Home Alabama. I'm sure all of you have heard it at some point. This is how it goes. First, the basic way to approach this song is to make sure you know the chord progression. The chord progression in this song is D once, C once, and we have G 2 times. This is how it's going to sound. By once, I mean we're going to play 2 downstrokes on it. So it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See that? Wheels keep on turning, carry me home to see my friends, singing songs about them softly. I see my family once again. Just as simple as that. Okay, that's the first level, and you play the whole entire song just like that. And it'll sound really great. Sing along, have a great fun time. But if you want to push up the rhythm aspect of this, I would suggest going down, 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 up. Now, what I want you to pay attention to is the speed at which we do this pattern. Okay, it's not like that. We have 2 downs that are a little short, almost like a power chord. Remember those? And then a nice long strum. Then a power chord down. So it sounds like this. Catch that? Down, 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 up. Right? Down, 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 up. So when you put that pattern on every single chord, remember it'll happen twice for the G chord. This is what you get. Back into the rhythm. Alright, and that's pretty much all of it for Sweet Home Alabama. Make sure you start with the first rhythm pattern, which is just 2 downstrokes per chord, and remember G happens twice, so that's 4 downstrokes. Once you're comfortable with that, then is when I suggest you take a look at the second strumming, which was down, 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 up. But the third down was a nice long strum, and everything else, you kind of treat each chord like a power chord. Now what you need to be aware of is when you're playing these chords and you're treating some downstrokes and upstrokes as a power chord, you only need to play 2 or 3 strings, the lowest strings on each chord. So if it's a D, that'll be the 4th and the 3rd string. When you're on C, that'll be the 5th and the 4th string. When you're playing G, it'll be the low E and the A string. Okay? So if you can get that happening, it'll sound really, really clean and nice. Try not to play the E and the A string when you're playing a D chord because it can really muddy the sound up. Now the last song that we're going to take a look at is Stand By Me. Now I know you already know the tab from a previous lesson. Should sound like this. The strumming we're going to put over the chords for this song are down, down, up, down, up. Okay? But first, let's get the chord progression out of the way. So we're going to have 2 counts of G, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, E minor, twice. Then C for 1 count, D, 1 count, back to G for 2. See that? Again. 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, E minor. E minor. 1 C and 1 D. 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, back to G. So the strumming is down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay? Once you get that, remember, if it's 2 times per chord, you're going to play that pattern twice. If the chord's once, you'll play that just once. Now, I would say you start this song off by playing the tabs. Okay? Play just the tabs, have some fun with that. Then you can always switch into the strumming pattern. You can always do the basic strumming, which is 1 single strum on the first beat of every bar. In that case, it will sound like this. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Back to G. Alright? So, again, a couple of pointers to always be aware of. Make sure you know the strumming pattern and the chord progression well in advance. Okay? Try and play just the strings that are part of the chord. Try to avoid all strings that you don't really need to hear when you're playing each chord. Keep your time steady and your rhythm steady. That means, that count, once you start counting, it's just constant. And finally, once you're comfortable with the rhythm and keeping your tempo even, have fun by singing the song. Get familiar with the actual lyrics of the song, the melody, how to sing it, and try singing and playing together. That should give you a fair amount of work to have fun with and a whole bunch of songs that you'll be able to play on your instrument.